I wouldn't mind being a model. It's embarrassing now, but I remember looking at pictures of pretty girls on magazines and thinking I wanted to be like them. And all the books I read seemed to have pretty girls. It didn't really stick with me once I got older and realized girls can do a lot more than stand around and look pretty. You could have definitely pulled it off. What? Being a model. I can't help but blush. Me, a model? I hadn't given that any thought since before middle school. Sophie chimes in. Or a porn star. Whoa, Sophie. What, it's a compliment. Of course, you'd think so. I think I'm gonna give this 10 more minutes, do an hour and a half, and yeah. Well intentioned as those compliments may be, we do need to get to work. That's right, let's open up. Finishing up my drink. Wow, that's a fast coffee drink right there. All the girls break apart to do their own tasks. Jasmine moves to the register to get it ready for the day. Sophie and Charlotte start going over the inventory. And I'm standing here uselessly. That's a good thing that we're taking some initiative. It's halfway through the week already. Ugh. How is that possible? I need to start focusing on evaluating them and taking this seriously. Maybe today will be a supervising day. Just stand back and see how they do. Seems reasonable. Well, here we go. We officially open up the shop, flipping the sign over and preparing for our first customers. Not that we attract much of a morning crowd in the first place. And who goes to shop at a lingerie store at 9 in the morning? I don't. Lingerie is typically a very evening-centric appeal. I'm still making my rounds when I move behind Charlotte, leaning over the counter, absorbed in something. I glance over her shoulder absently. Head bent down, she scribbles a drawing on the back of an old receipt. My mouth almost drops open. The figure is perfect, smooth lines forming the stretched out pose of a woman facing away. She carefully traces the line of her body with the pen, adding the slight peak of a breast from the angle. Then the pen freezes. She glances over her shoulder. Oh! Hannah! She crumples the paper suddenly. I make a noise like a kicked puppy, but it's too late. The paper is wadded up inside her fist. No! Why did you crumple it up? What? The drawing, it was good. Her cheeks flush a little. I didn't really think about it. She glances toward her hand. It wasn't anything special, and was probably not very work appropriate. Like at all. Did I hear something wasn't appropriate? Like a shark to blood, aren't you? Yeah, and what are you doing over here? I just came to ask if there are any more tasks that needed doing. I didn't come for the drama. There isn't any drama, is there? No, of course not. If you're looking for something to do, we do need to take the trash out. There's a dumpster behind the store in the alley. I don't mind taking out the trash. I just don't know if I can lift her. Oh, burn. Jasmine gives her a look. I'm devastated you beat me to that. Come on, I saw where the trash bags are, in the back. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to draw undue attention. It's alright. I'm just glad you're not mad. Being surrounded by lingerie for the past few days, I guess I got a little inspired. She rubs the back of her neck. It was really good. Do you usually draw? I guess you have to get that good. No, I just doodle. It in notebook margins and stuff. I haven't really drawn since I had an art class. Neither have I, really. She shies away from the attention a little, trying to busy herself with organizing the display next to the counter. Well, if you ever do draw anything, I'd really like to see it. Charlotte flashes a small, bashful look, but nods in agreement. Okay. I stand next to her at the register, waiting in the event someone comes in. But it's a slow morning. Jasmine and Sophie come back not long after, having emptied all the trash cans in the store. I hate the waiting around. I feel like I need to be doing something. There's not always much to do, I'm afraid. I guess this calls for only one course of action. Already I feel dread welling up in me, which would be me taking a drink. Roast battle. Roast battle? What? She punches the air excitedly. No, we are not doing a roast battle, whatever that is. I want to. You've got to be kidding me. Yes. Am I missing something? Jasmine and I stand off to the side as Charlotte and Sophie throw insults back and forth. I can't believe they're actually doing this. And right on time, the door jingles as a pair of customers walk into the shop. Good. I was worried someone's feelings were going to end up getting hurt if they continued. But they're both all smiles as they approach the two women. I don't think Sophie has feelings to hurt, and I don't think Charlotte would ever admit to being hurt anyway. As far as rivalries go, theirs would be a friendly one. But you and Sophie, she just gives a shrug. I don't know what that is half the time, but I don't mind it. Things work in strange ways around here. I think I might actually give this a little bit more time than 10 minutes. Looks like we've got another one. I'll handle this one. Supervising from the counter, I like the look of my new dominion, all the girls playing their parts. We make a good team. All three of them are doing well with their work and helping customers. With three of them here, the shop looks pristine and customers are helped straight away. It's nice. I wish it could continue. That woman just asked me what I thought her bedroom style was. I thought she meant what kind of lingerie would look good on her, right? As you would in a lingerie store? No. She's asking me what kind of lover I think she might be. Flirty, wild, etc. What do you tell her? The only thing I could, exactly what she wanted to hear. Who just goes around asking things like that, to strangers no less? I, for one, welcome the robot AI overlords who will eventually take our jobs. Trust me, working retail long enough, that's far from the strangest. Yeah, that is not the strangest thing you'll ever hear or see. I've seen some things. I'll tell you in another video, though. One time, I had to recommend a different butt plug for a customer because the last one got stuck, and they had to go to the hospital. She had pictures. Ew. Ew, gross. Oh my god, I would have paid to see your face. Hey, Hannah? How do you think I'd be in bed? Oh my god, what? I had to deal with this question. Now I want to see you jump in through the hoops. But answer honestly. I'm really curious. Oh yes, do it. What does this have to do with anything? I just encountered this situation in real life. You can consider it part of my training. She gives me a triumphant little grin that leaves me briefly speechless. What am I supposed to say? The truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. So what is it? What kind of lover do you think Jasmine is between the sheets? A pro and a giver. Well, she's a dancer. I'd say she's a pro. A professional. What does that mean? Maybe she thinks you have a lot of experience. That's not entirely what I meant, at least not in a bad way. You mean not in the hooker kind of way then? Because that's where my mind went. No. Like, well, she's a stripper, so I thought